Hello and welcome back to Newsmin. It's the 28th of January 2013 and right now it's time for a quick general gaming news update. In this episode we're having a peek at a super exciting looking open-worlded platformer remake, Treasure Adventure World, a game called Evoland that lets you play through gaming history, a few new Heart of the Swarm related goodies and more, starting with Treasure Adventure World. Treasure Adventure World is an upcoming remake of the already rather impressive looking Treasure Adventure game. Treasure Adventure game, the original, came out a good 2 years ago and was developed over the course of 3 years by just one man. Now though, that one man's game studio Robot is teaming up with the Starbound creators Chucklefish to make this open-worlded, treasure-seeking, seafaring, platforming grand adventure for the ages. I can't believe I hadn't seen or heard of the original before, but hey, now I have. I know, don't even say anything. It's sad that I didn't know about it and I am embarrassed, but I can tell you now it does look like something I would have enjoyed immensely back then and probably still will sometime before the remake comes out. Treasure Adventure World, the HD reimagined remake, is going to feature an entirely new game engine to give us smoother gameplay, widescreen mode, and something much prettier to look at. The game will feature new music and sound, more treasure and collectibles, remixed puzzles, new equipment, improvements to the enemy AI, more intense boss fights, an enhanced and more tightly focused story, intriguing cutscenes, charming NPCs, and new multiple endings. Yep, that sounds, and as you can no doubt see for yourselves, looks too good to be true. This one is taking a spot very close to the top of my wish list. If you are interested, you can find a link to the original and read more about the remake below. Watch the trailer right here on YouTube and feel free to tell me that you share my excitement, because surely you do. Next up, in a few smaller extras, here we have the trailer for Evoland, yet another remake. Evoland's an upcoming indie adventure game based on the Ludum Dare winner Evoland classic that takes players on a journey through the history of action-adventure gaming. I personally can't get enough of the look and feel, or I guess many different looks and feels of this game. You can quite clearly see the Zelda and Final Fantasy inspiration, and with those being two of the best game series ever, I have high hopes for this one. Evoland's due for release in Q1 of 2013. It's currently on Greenlight and you can play the original game online right now if this whole waiting thing is getting a bit hard for you. Now last up before the smalls, Blizzard have two new and very interesting Heart of the Swarm related blog posts up. The first tells us that new replay and resume features are coming in Heart of the Swarm and to the Heart of the Swarm beta soon. We will firstly be able to watch replays with others and then, if we so desire, jump to any spot in the replay and take over the gameplay from that point. I'm not even kidding. So you and whoever else is with you can pick a timestamp, choose which of the original players you're going to take over for, and play the game as you like. This is just a little bit too much for me to comprehend and too amazing to be true. It'll no doubt be a huge aid for tournament organizers, pro gamers, and pretty much everyone else that plays StarCraft 2. There's a lot more to read about in the post, but you'll have to check that out for yourself. The second blog post is all about a few new rewards that we can earn through the leveling system in Heart of the Swarm's beta. For each faction you manage to raise to level 30, you'll get an exclusive character portrait specific to that race. You can see them on your screens right now. If you'd like to unlock all three of the portraits, you'll face the daunting task of reaching the maximum level with each race, for a total character level of 90. Once you've met the experience requirements, the portrait you've earned and a feat of strength achievement will transfer over to your permanent account when Heart of the Swarm is released. Daunting indeed. Read more below, and if you're in the Heart of the Swarm beta, enjoy. With that done, let's have a look at the smalls. Dragonborn can now be pre-purchased on Steam. Another Dota 2 update is live and brought with it the Troll Warlord. Smite is now in open beta. There's a rather epic Dead Space 3 launch trailer to have a look at right here on YouTube. Also right here on YouTube, two new Bioshock Infinite videos. The first is a really cool old school documentary style video about Columbia, and the second, a look at the Industrial Revolution pack. The new Red Thread Games website is live, and on it you can see the first Dreamfall chapters screenshot. There's a pretty large new Cube World post up over on the official site that contains a whole bunch of information and screenshots. Read about and see how over 2,800 players battled it out in the same system in EVE Online. And lastly, J.J. Abrams is set to direct the new Star Wars movie. That's it for this episode. Check back here soon for more. Subscribe if you like the content, like the video, and do all that other good stuff. And most importantly, happy Treasure Adventure World. Or happy Treasure Adventure Game Remake. Happy that.